on Mr. Abhishek Malik to say a few words and enlighten our students.
Good evening, everybody, and good evening, the dignitaries on stage. It's a great honor for me because I actually think I'm too young for this. I was telling the principals that it's my first time. I look old, but I was a student very recently. I've just finished 14 years in the industry. I have graduated from Institute of Hotel Management, Chennai. So I was doing a food festival like you all have done today, not very long back. So I feel very nostalgic to be here, and I am very, very pleased and honored once again to be a part of this special occasion. I would like to tell you about the hotel that I represent. A lot of people do not know about the hotel, and some of us have a different idea about the hotel. So I must quickly tell you about the hotel because I'm going to be coming back next year to recruit hopefully the best talent from this college. I am very proud to say that and I get goosebumps when I say this because I feel very passionate about my hotel. It is going to be India's finest. It already is one of the finest hotels in the country, and it is only going to be better. Very soon, I cannot name it, but very soon Palladium Hotel is going to get rebranded as a luxury brand, which is the first in the country. It's going to be with the international chain of hotels, and it's going to be the topmost luxury brand of that chain in the country for the first time. I'm sure some of us know about it. You would have read the newspapers, but I want to just keep it at that. A lot of things are going to change. I know that there are a lot of students who come to us for training. They have come to us in the past. Your principals have been to the hotel. There are some of my managers who've studied over there. It is an extremely, extremely promising hotel. It's in the middle of the city. It's not too far from the affluent neighborhood of South Bombay or from the business district of Lower Parel. But I can only say one thing. Please try and be somebody who's unforgettable. Don't try and box yourself into timelines that after finishing college, I will become an assistant manager, and after 1 year, I'll become assistant F&B manager. I'm just quoting example of food and beverage. And 3 years later, I will become food and beverage manager. It doesn't work like that. I want you to get a reality check. The world does not go with your timelines. You need to make the world go with your timelines. Do something that nobody else can do, and I promise you things will happen for you. For example, if you have started as a steward in food and beverage, again I'm giving food and beverage as an example, you can take the same example in any department. If you start your career as a steward, you must think and say to yourself, this is the only job I have for the rest of my life. If you think like that, you will have to put in your very best. And nobody needs to tell you that you are doing your best. You need to tell yourself that I am doing my best. This is one aspect I want to tell you. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I really do. I actually do extra classes as well. So if somebody doesn't understand, please come to my office. I have 2 offices in the hotel, and I'll be happy to take special sessions. I'm happy to come back again because I am actually worried about the future of hotels. When I do interviews, I find it very difficult to find talent. This is a lovely college. If I was in this college, I would be working harder after graduating from here. Look at the building. It's so charming. I have never seen something so beautiful. I wish I could go back to college again. So please don't take this college for granted. It's a beautiful temple of knowledge, and it's a place for taking experience. Please attend your classes on time, record your journals, keep your notes handy because it's going to come in handy. Basics are still required. I still have to look up cocktail recipes today, being the hotel manager, because I sometimes come across a cocktail which I've never heard of. But I have to go back to my basics. So please be an excellent student. Now, going back to the career. A lot of times, youngsters leave jobs within short spans of time. You must have noticed a lot of people leaving jobs in 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, sometimes even less than that. Please do not please do not be impatient. Good things happen with time. One more thing I must say, which a lot of young students tell me, is that we are not motivated. Somebody is having a good game over there. I want to be there. I can see some people are still listening to me, so I'm happy about that. Okay, great. So what I was saying is that people tell me, youngsters, people like you, tell me in their exit interview when they're leaving the hotel that my manager never motivated me. Now for me, I'll tell you what I do for me and what I tell my team members. Motivation is like a license that you give to somebody. Do not give a license to motivate to anybody. Do not. Because if you allow somebody to motivate you, you're relying on an external source. You need to have your own motivation in place. You can only rely on yourself because you know yourself. And secondly, people talk in sign language. Some people say, think from here, think from here. My fundamental, which some of my gurus, my college teachers have told me, think from here, think from your guts. If you have guts of steel, you can do what you want. All right? So please have the courage of conviction. India is a phenomenal country. We have our challenges, but we do so much that we don't realize how well we do it. Please make sure that you don't become one of those who complains about the system, who complains that I wasted the fees of my college and did not get a decent job. Be lucky that you got a job. Do the job as though that was the only job that you had. And if that was the only job you had to give it all it takes. Don't be a watcher. Last point, may I? One last point. I like to talk. I know a lot of my team members keep saying, Bolta bahut hai Abhishek. But last point. Don't be a watcher. You know what is a watcher? 9 घंटे हो गए, घर चले जाओ. 4 घंटे हो गए, चाय नहीं पी. आपके सामने एग्जाम्पल है. मैंने जिंदगी में 25 या 30 बार कैफेटेरिया में चाय पी है. मैं अभी तक जिंदा हूं. कोई मरता नहीं है. सो मेहनत करने से डरो मत. माय फादर यूज्ड टू टेल मी, इस शरीर को जितना कष्ट दोगे उतना स्ट्रांग बनेगा. और होटल में और भी स्ट्रांग बनता है. एक और बात, होटल जैसा एनवायरमेंट कहीं मिलेगा नहीं. 90% ऑफ द होटल इज एयर कंडीशनड. 24 घंटे. तभी मैं होटल से बाहर निकलता नहीं हूं. How many people can vouch for it that you actually stay in air conditioned environment? बाहर का तापमान 48 डिग्री टेम्परेचर, अंदर का तापमान 20 या 22 डिग्री टेम्परेचर. ऐसी लग्जरी कहां मिलेगी? People I know in this city go to watch movies and sleep because they find it so hot. Here you have a job which gives you air conditioned environment. Yes, you do work very hard, but don't take that for granted. And I'll tell you one more thing. The rewards of working in hotels are immense. Not everything is money. Because one thing I can tell you about money. If you're not happy about your first salary, think of one thing. Money can satisfy you on the first of every month. But as you grow in life, your expenses only grow. नौकरी में जितना पैसा हो हमेशा कम रहता है. खर्चे बढ़ते रहते हैं, बढ़ते रहते हैं, बढ़ते रहते हैं. So, ask yourself, can I value what I have or should I think of what I don't have? Please ask yourself this question. And boys and girls, if you wake up in the morning and none of your body parts are paining, feel lucky that you can work hard. Okay? I'm going to say one last thing. Promise this time is the last. I'll give you one quick, simple, free advice. If somebody wants to make a payment, you can come and spend money in my hotel for this advice. Because I think it's a very valuable advice. Somebody senior to me gave it to me 15 years ago and I followed it. You work for 9 hours a day for 10 years. Okay? There are two people. One person is working 9 hours a day for 10 years. Another person is working 18 hours a day for 10 years. Who has more experience? Anybody? First one or the second one? I can't hear you. Second one. Do you want to have experience in 10 years or you want to be 40 and then start working hard? What do you want to do? Even if you want to do it 18 hours a day, you can't do it by when you're 40. Because you might need spectacles. You might start having L4, L5 pain. Am I right, sir? So please, make the most of your youth. Okay? And don't take things for granted. Please, and one last thing about because all these people are going to interview you. You are going to be tested for only one thing, attitude. If you've not learned your basics, we might be able to teach you, but we are not a college. But get your attitude right. Skills can come over experience, knowledge can be learned from books, but attitude somebody cannot change. Please have the attitude. I'll see you next year. All the very best. Okay, I am sorry, but I did not have much time. I'm not complaining, but I have brought a small gift for your library. It's a book, and no points for guessing. It is gift wrapped. It's a Larousse. It's one of my favorite books, and I thought it will be nice if there's another Larousse in the library. So may I please have someone? Oh, there it is. May I please give it to your faculty? Thank you for tolerating my voice. And sorry, I keep talking to them the whole day and again they had to listen to me. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic evening.